Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. It's another day, another Colourpop! Y'all, I got sent another Colourpop PR package, and if you guys have been here on my channel for a while, you guys would know that is very few and far between that this happens for me, but I was sent the brand new 1111 Angel collection. So this actually launches today. If you guys want to know about this entire collection, my thoughts are, price points, everything about this, well then definitely keep watching. Okay guys, so I was rather shocked yesterday when I went to my mailbox and I saw I had a Colourpop package, because you guys know I rarely do get Colourpop in PR. I tend to buy most things, so when I do, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, like, wait, what? So you can imagine my surprise when I saw that I got the brand new Colourpop 1111 like Angel collection. So this is going to include an eyeshadow palette, 3 pressed powder blushes, 3 shadow sticks, and 4 luxe lipsticks. I will have the price points down below for you guys. This is actually going to be available at Ulta as well, and it launches today. So by the time you guys see this video, this collection will be live right now. So we're going to go ahead and dive straight on in. So first things first, we do have the Colourpop. This is the 1111 palette right here. And I've actually posted this on my stories yesterday that I got this in PR. And so many of you guys asked me to compare it to the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. So we'll get into that in just a minute. But here is the Colourpop 1111 palette. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm very much into numbers. I do believe in angel numbers, and I always see 1111. And do I make wishes when I see that? I do. I always do. I cannot help it. So I think this is really sweet. Oh my god, I just got sent the 1111 collection. I always make wishes on it. Maybe that's a sign some of my manifestations are coming true. I'm gonna think so. But this is the 1111 collection. So the 1111 palette is going to be a 12 pan warm tone neutral palette. Now we do have like 2 or 3 cool tone shades in here, but mostly, honestly, looking at it in person, it definitely resonates as a nude warm tone palette. Now I went ahead and I did a close-up of this palette, and I also did some swatches for you guys, and I have to say the swatches are really beautiful. It kind of does remind me a little bit of the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the bottom row, like these 2 shades right here, are definitely more warm tone, and then we do have some cool tone vibes in here. But here is the 1111 12 pan palette, and I do like how there's a mix of mattes and shimmers in here. Although the one shade called Reflect, I feel like this is definitely more of a pressed glitter, but it feels incredible. So looking at the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, I absolutely love this palette. It is a perfect cool tone neutral palette. Now I don't have a lot of cool tone neutral palettes in my collection, so I really do cherish the ones that I do. So you can imagine like my surprise when I saw that Colourpop release this, because they do kind of look similar. Like when you compare them side by side, you guys can definitely see the comparison between the two. And then I did like the different arm swatches. Now they do have some similar vibes, but at the end of the day, they also are different. I think the reason why they're different is because this is definitely more warm tone and this is definitely more cool tone, but they do have very similar colors. I would definitely say this has more golden shades to it, where this definitely has more like silver and cool tone shades. This is more gold tone. So yes, they have some shades. So yes, they have some shades that are similar, but at the same time, they also are different as well. Like there's definitely more gold tones and warm tones in the 1111 palette, but I can definitely see the similarities between the both. Next, this collection actually rolled out with 3 of their pressed powder blushes. Now I have never tried their new formula. I have some of Colourpop's old blushes, but I never had a chance to try these. And these say get the perfect flush of 3 nude and mute tones of our silky, lightweight formula that is super buildable, blendable into a soft matte finish. Now I did actually swatch these, and I'm not gonna lie, when I swatched these I was actually kind of disappointed in how they swatched, because they barely had any pigment to them. But I'm honestly not going to base my judgment on a swatch. I like to actually try it on the face. You can tell these are very soft. I don't know how much pigment they're going to deliver. This is my first time playing with their new formula, so I'm really excited to try these out, see what I really think about them. But I was just kind of like shocked when I first just watched them. I was like, oh wow, like this doesn't deliver as much pigment as I wanted it to. But you know what? If it applies nicely on the face, and that's kind of all that matters. I don't think blushes really do only swatch the best. I will say it's my first time these. I will be playing with the Colourpop pressed powder blushes. Like I said, I've never played with these before, so I'm really curious to see how they apply to the face. We'll see exactly how they apply when I play with them. Next, this collection also rolled out with 3 of their shadow sticks. So it says that our super creamy eyeshadow sticks deliver long-lasting, high-impact color in 3 essential nudes and shimmer shades. Now, again, I'm not always been the biggest fan of the Colourpop shadow sticks, but I will say I did swatch these ones, and oh my god, they're so creamy and buttery, and they glided on very, very beautifully. I think the shade that's probably going to be the most popular is this shade right here called Angel Vibes. This is just so pretty. You can just wear this by itself. You can use it as an inner corner. I mean, like, look at that. That is so creamy. So creamy buttery, the way it just glides on. You could use it as an inner corner, brow bone highlight. I think that's what I'll use it for today. But then I also really love this shade right here. It's so celestial because it's going to be like a metallic with like gold shimmer in it. And I feel like that could be like a really pretty like neutral look as well. So I'm actually really excited to play with these, see how I think about them. Last but not least, it says that this collection includes 4 luxe lipsticks. So it says swipe on 4 velvety soft nudes with the diffuse, soft focused finish infused with antioxidant rich pomegranate to help hydrate and nourish lips. Now, I did not get that in this collection. My box did not have the 4 luxe lipsticks. And honestly, though, that is okay. I am not upset about that at all because I'm just going to go in with my Kaya and Koa lip gloss combo from my collection with Ofra, which is still available if you guys want to pick it up. Shameless little plug right there. But yeah, my collection did not come with the 4 luxe lipsticks, and I kind of laughed about it. And honestly, it's okay though, because at the end of the day, you guys know I'm not really the biggest fan of Colourpop lip products. But yeah, I was like, oh, it's not in here, so I can't tell you guys about that. So, as I said, guys, that is everything that's in this collection. Like I said, I have all the price points and everything listed down below. But let's go ahead and zoom in and play with this because I'm actually like super excited. Okay, all right, my back is killing me. I slept wrong. Okay, I'm gonna try to do 2 different eye looks today to utilize this palette the best that I can. So, I'm actually gonna start off with this shade right here, and we're gonna do like a silvery eye and like a gold eye. So I have a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and I got it. I want to say in 2021. I bought it for myself as my gift of my success from Bling Brushes because I was living on a full-size bed for 10 years. My husband, who is 6'4", and I'm 5'1", we're sleeping on a full-size mattress for 10 years. So when I did my Bling Brush launch, I actually was very excited because I got a little bit of money that came in, and I literally just used it to buy a king-size Tempur-Pedic mattress, and I love it so much. But I don't know, like, I don't know if it's my pillow or what, because it came with like 2 free Tempur-Pedic pillows. But let me tell you guys, I like in the middle of my back, that's where it's like, it's just so tight and so tense. And I've been trying to find ways to like crack it like all night and morning. It's just so it's so tight. It is so tight. So I'm actually I was trying to book a massage to go get it worked out because I'm actually in some pain, I'm not gonna lie. And I can't go until next week because my massage therapist, the person that I go to who has dealt with my back, like knows I have like I carry all my stress on my shoulders. I have for the longest time, I think, especially since I've been a server for so long. That's just where like all the tension and everything goes, is like literally in my shoulder. So like she knows my back pretty well, and so I booked her, and I can't go until next week because she's so busy. So I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm gonna probably have, when Corey gets home, I'm gonna have him put like a icy hot or something in the center of my back. It literally is pulling me. It hurts. I might actually even consider sleeping on my couch. Like, I don't know. It's very uncomfortable. And then you just realize it's just the signs that you're also just, getting older in life. And so if you see me like doing this a lot, like I'm not trying to flex the little itty bitty titties that I have. I'm just trying to relieve my back. Okay, so I want to let you guys know, because I've been asked where my vlog is for the Disney trip that everybody just did, because everybody's posting their vlogs. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, called Perfect Harmony. Everybody's asking where my vlog is. I have just been lazy. I have not had time to get it together. But I want to know, do you guys want my vlog on this channel, or do you guys want my vlog on my Florida Life channel? Because I was kind of thinking about putting it on this channel like next week. But let me know, because next week is also the end of September. So I do have my Repurchase or Trash series. I have some new makeup to test out for you guys. I have the Glamlight X Ghostface collection that's going to be coming in. So I have a lot of stuff coming in. So let me know what like channel you guys want to see it on. And do you guys want multiple vlogs or just like one long vlog? Because I'm trying to make sure I post it for you guys, but I just want to make sure you guys like I'm not making you watch like an hour worth of a vlog. Although I could watch an hour worth of a vlog. I don't know if everybody else wants to. I'm going to take a shade called Major Change. Like this really nice like silvery shade. And we're going to lay that right next to that like kind of like blue-gray shade. I think it's really, really pretty. This is one of those palettes that you can definitely use as an everyday palette for sure. Because it is just so light. And it's just so neutral that I feel like this is just like a go-to palette. Alright, then I'm going to go into the shade called Balanced right here. Put that right in the center. Like I said, this would be like a very easy eye look. Put that right in the center. It's like this really pretty like pinky shade. For this eye, we're going to go into the shade called Good Thoughts right here. And we're going to do like the same thing on this eye. We're going to go into the shade called Right Path right here, the little wing. You know, this little wing reminds me of Percy Jackson. I saw they're actually doing a show on Disney Plus doing the Percy Jackson series, and it has been so long since I've read that series. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it has been probably like a month and a half since I read any book, and I was like on a good like flow reading every single day, but I just had so much going on that I just haven't read, and it's just making me kind of sad because I miss reading. Reading was like a massive escape for me, that and video games. And right now I've been on such a big, massive like Dreamlight Valley kick and Fortnite that I don't know, I just haven't sat down to read, and I really want to get back into it because I really do miss reading. Speaking of games, I really want to do my Vlogoween series this year. I really, really, really do. But like I said in previous videos, I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm not going to do it the way I've always done it, where I post a video every single day, because that can be a lot. And it can be very like mentally draining. So I think instead, on the days that I don't feel like posting a YouTube video, I think I'm just going to go live instead. Whether it's like just hanging out, or we kind of just chit chat and just hang out as friends, or I just play like a game. Like I would love to play some horror games this season because I love playing horror games, and I haven't really had a chance to like play any new horror games recently. And I watched them like crazy, but I just haven't had any time to play with them. And I don't think it helps because I have a habit of screaming because, like, obviously I get scared because it's a horror game. So we have upstairs neighbors, and I don't really know if they appreciate the screaming. I'm going to go into the shade called Reflect right here. This is definitely a pressed glitter. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of pressed glitters, but we're just going to go for it because it's a really pretty color. But I think it'd be a lot of fun. Like, you know, we recently got an Oculus. We actually, not gonna lie, we bought it off of Alex and Teresa because they have a newer version. We got their older version. And we were playing the game. Well, I was playing the game Phasmophobia. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's where you kind of go through a house, like from a first-person perspective. It's like not the best looking game, but you go through a house or a building, wherever you are, and your job is to detect whatever spirit or entity is in that house. You have to experience things, and you have to try to capture them on camera. It's a lot of fun, but it's also really scary because like you have headphones on, it's dark, you can hear breathing in your ears. It gets scary. Okay, I streamed it last year with Alex, and I had so much fun. I definitely want to do that again this year with Alex because he can just handle my shenanigans when I'm screaming and running because I'm scared, and I just go hide in a closet because that's what I just do. But you can play Phasmophobia on Oculus, so you can play it essentially in VR. Now let me tell you guys, you know, me and Corey were like, well, I don't know, I keep saying me and Corey, because Corey loved that man more than anything, but he does not mess around with anything haunted. Okay, that is just not his vibe. Okay, he is not a haunted person. I'm very much into like ghost stuff. He is not. So he did not want to play Phasmophobia in VR because he said it's too realistic for him, and he couldn't handle it. I, on the other hand, was like, bring it on, you know what I mean? So we put on the Oculus, and I go through this house, and it is very, very trippy in a first-person perspective with VR because it's like 360 around you. 360, like it's like 360 around you. It encompasses your whole world. It becomes your world. I'm gonna go into the shade called Manifest It right here to go right into the center, and we'll worry about like cleaning that up later. But literally, I put the VR thing on, and I'm walking around the house, and it's just a whole new experience. One, is a little dizzying because like, you know, you're in like a VR situation, so it's definitely like dizzying, which I was not used to, and trying to figure out like where to step, whatever. But you're in this house and you can't hear or see anything because you're obviously having this like big equipment over your head, right? So Corey's watching me because we're able to hook it up through a computer monitor, so he's able to see like what I'm seeing. And I'm getting scared because like things are happening, you know, lights are turning off, hauntings are starting to happen where like things are moving, you could hear noises, you could hear footsteps, so it gets a little scary. And as I previously said, I have a habit of screaming. So, you know, there's this one point where I walk back into the house because I need to do my job and I need to capture stuff, you know, to figure out what ghost or what entity is haunting that house. And so I walk in there, and I'm not going to lie, I walk into that house and a haunting starts happening. And you know when it happens, because the lights will start flickering, and I have like this little EMF reader, and it's like going off like crazy. You hear breathing, you hear footsteps, and your controller kind of shakes, like let you know like, hey, you're going to be like attacked by the entity. So I can see the entity in the corner coming after me. So I just did the only logical thing I could think of doing. I screamed. I was like, ah, you know, like running around, like trying to like escape. Well, mind you, I have a whole headset on, okay? So the headset's like this big on me, massive. I have headphones and I don't hear myself, but I'm screaming and it's like 10:30 at night. And Corey, sweet man that he is, was like, well, I know how to shut her up. He comes up behind me and he just puts his hands over my mouth like that to get me to not scream. But mind you, that's also what happens in the game. So literally, he puts his hands behind me and covers my mouth because I'm screaming at 10 o'clock at night because I'm being chased by this ghost and it's scary. And his hands come around me, and I swear the scream that escaped my body, the way that I jumped and I swung out, took us both by surprise because I did not expect that. Like I was going like, ah, and then he put his hands around me and I went, ah! I mean like, loudly. I'm surprised he didn't call the cops on us. So I'm not kidding when I say that it was a very scary moment, and Corey didn't understand it until it was his turn to put on the Oculus headset, and then he had to experience it. And I'm like, you're like, it really does just kind of take over your whole world when you put it on, right? So when he put it on, he could barely make it 5 steps in the house before he was freaking out, like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. So I walked up to him and I just literally put my hands on him and I touched him, and he jumped so far back. He's like, what the fuck? And I was like, mm-hmm. And he goes, this is what I did to you? I said, mm-hmm. Do you understand why I screamed? And he apologized. So it was a fun night. I told that story so that I can say, I think it'd be really fun if I can find a way to like stream that game live for you guys with the Oculus headset so you guys can really experience that. I won't necessarily be able to read your comments, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. I will just have to apologize to my neighbors because I don't think it'd be fun for them. Or I'd have to wear something to like cover my scream. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly clean this up. I was going to throw on some lashes, but I think I'm just going to like just do no lashes. We'll come back, we'll do the blush, and then I guess the under eyes because I don't have any like lip products to try out. So I'll be back. So clearly I cannot talk. So to continue on, we're going to go in with blushes. So I have this shade Good Energy. Then I have the shade called Claim It. And then we do have the blush shade called Message Me right here. I think I'm going to go into the shade Good Energy. We'll see how this actually like performs. Because like I said, I've not played with their new formula. So I'm really, really curious. This seems like it's really, really light in pigment. So I feel like I have to like really like build this up. So I'm just kind of, you know, stamping this in, seeing if I can get some pigment. Pretty. It's very, very light low. This is like if this is just like if you want just a wash of color is what this is showing me right now. Really build it up. You have to really build it up, but it is super blendable. It's really pretty, but you have to like really blend it up. Okay, so for highlight, I have truly been obsessed with the Colourpop Flexitarian highlighter. This is so freaking pretty. It's my favorite highlighter from them. And this is the only thing that I've been using for highlight recently. I don't know, there's something about it that I just freaking love. It's just like so nice and like wet and shiny. Do you guys, oh yeah, you see that? Okay, so to finish off the under eyes, we're gonna go back into this palette one more time. I kind of want to go soft underneath the under eyes. So for this eye right here, we're gonna go into the shade called Divine. This is gonna be like a black with like a blue shimmer in that. You guys know I love Colourpop's formula like that. I just think it's so freaking pretty. Into that, and we're gonna softly just build that up underneath the lid. Now, what I kind of like about this palette is that you can definitely go like cool tone, but you can also do warm tone. Like if you guys notice, I'm wearing cool tone and warm tone on my eyes. Now, I saw people online upset about this collection because they thought it was gonna be like a pastel Angelic collection. I guess I never really thought about what an Angelic collection could be. Like, I can definitely see the pastels, but I can kind of see this being like on theme a little bit. I can. And with the Colourpop white liner, this is in the shade I think called Exit. I'll have it linked down below. I just feel like this is gonna be the best for both lids, but for both eyes. Normally I'm trying to branch out and do like a more colorful eyeliner look, but I just feel like this looks really good for this. And it's so funny because I recently saw a TikTok where Laura Lee talked about like makeup stuff that she is not a fan of, and one of the things she talked about, she hates white liner, and I'm like, oof, because like I do white liner. I don't know, I feel like it looks really nice, and I know that she's like, oh, it looks really jarring in person, but I don't think it does. Oh my gosh, my Benefit Roller Lash. Oh no! This mascara is done? Okay. What happened? Mascara's done. Okay, I love using that mascara for my lower lash. I'm gonna go into my Ofra HD Volumizing Mascara. I do really love this mascara. It's so freaking good. I just like using the color. I just like using the roller lash for underneath the lashes because the way that it's curved. And well, clearly it's like you're done. I guess I'm gonna quickly line my lips with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Bourbon Lip Liner. You guys know this is my favorite. I'm gonna take my Ofra X Allie Dawson Kaya Liquid Lip. You guys know this is my favorite. And it saved me so much time on my lip routine now. I love it. Gotta go in with a Koa. I love this gloss. This gloss pairs with so many neutral lips out there. I freaking love it. Okay, and then the final step, I'm going to take this little eyeshadow stick right here. I'm going to put this in the inner corner and brow bone. This is in the shade called Angelic Vibes. We're just going to take this. I'm just going to lightly like kind of place this right here. And then I'm going to buff out with my fingers. This is the final look. All right, guys, and this is the final look. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't really know what to expect when going into the 11/11 palette, because at the end of the day, you guys know that I'm not the biggest neutral fan. I do like playing with neutrals here and there, but a lot of times I just love colorful eyeshadow palettes. But this one actually kind of took me by surprise, because at first a lot of people thought this was the new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, but honestly, playing with it, I can see it, but I also don't see it at the same time. Like, I think they definitely have their similarities, but they're also very different as well. And I really, really do like the fact that I could do a cool tone look, but I could also do a warm tone look. I feel like this palette definitely has a lot of versatility. I feel like this palette is definitely very versatile because you can do a cool tone and a warm tone look depending on what you're going for that day, because it is a mix of both. I think it definitely still gears more towards the warm tone, but there are some cool tone aspects, and I just really like both eye looks I created. I can see myself wearing these eye looks every day when I just want to do something very easy on the go. It's a very, very beautiful palette, and I really, really like it, and I just love the fact that you do get a mix of both warm and cool in here. So I think this is a really pretty palette, and I think Colourpop really, really did it with this one. Next, we have the blushes. Honestly, I didn't really know what to expect, and I'm not gonna lie, it's still very, very, very light on my skin. This was my first time playing with their new like pressed blush formula. I've never tried any of the other blushes prior to a couple years ago, and I have to say I do think it's really pretty. It is very, very light, and it takes a lot to build up. I do think the blushes in here are definitely meant for somebody with maybe more of a lighter skin tone than myself. I feel like these two right here I really can try to use, but I won't get as much use out of. I feel like this one is a little bit better for deeper skin tones, but I feel like these are just one of those blushes that you really, really have to take your time and just build it up, because while it does add like a really nice soft pinch of color, I feel like it's kind of harder to see in camera, but like in person I can see just a light pinch of color. It's not overwhelming. It's really easy to blend with, and I love that it melts into the skin, but I just feel like it's just a light wash of color. I guess I kind of want a little bit more pigment. Just a little bit more pigment personally for me, but I really do like the formula, and it makes me kind of intrigued to try out other pressed blushes from them to see if I can find the one that's meant for me. But I will say it's really pretty. Then last but not least, we do have the color sticks. I only played with one. I use this as the inner corner and brow bone. This is so creamy. The way it just glided on the hands, I was really impressed with the way it just glided on. Now, I've never really played with their shadow sticks too much because I've never really been a big fan, but I know they did recently reformulate. And again, I have to say, I'm just really, really impressed with just how effortless this. I mean, like, look at that. You can use this as an eyeshadow, but you can use it as a highlighter, as an inner corner moment. It's really, really, really pretty, and I definitely am excited to keep playing with this. Blends out rather nicely. That's really pretty. I think they did a really good job. Now, the only thing I don't have to talk about in this video is their lipsticks because I didn't get it, but honestly, it's okay. So this 11/11 collection is available right now. I do not have a code, but I know that I think Teresa might have a code. Leah Janae has a code. Angelic Vibes has a code. So many other amazing content creators out there have codes for Colourpop if you guys want to check them out. I'll just have everything listed down below with the price points because it is live right now, and I just want to take a moment to thank Colourpop so much for sending this my way. It's so cool because I never had this happen, so I really do appreciate it. But yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this collection down below. But that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's Art for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye! A press, this is going to include an eyeshadow palette. Yes, but yes, 12 pan. I will show you guys the similar, but I'll show you guys what they look like side by side in just a second. But here, I will say this one has a bit more golden effect to it, where this is more like a silver effect to it. I will say this definitely, I will say it's my first time playing with these pressed powders or I think it definitely still gears a little bit more towards a neutral. I think it's definitely still